All right. For this lesson, this standard actually is NF7. We're going to work on comparing decimals. So you use these symbols to compare decimals just like we've done with whole numbers. We've done it with fractions. Now we're going to do it with decimals. And when comparing decimals, it's helpful to think of the decimals like money. Okay? So if we're comparing this decimal with this decimal, so let's talk about what this is. So this is 5. Our denominator is 10. So it'd be 5/10. This one is 45/100. Okay? So some students get confused because there's more numbers, and in the past, more numbers has meant bigger. But 5/10 and would be bigger than 45/100. The way that we could prove that is, look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 complete tens. If we did it this way, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then here's 45. So that fifth 10 would be here, okay? Another way to look at it is if we have that, we also have 50/100ths. So you could write that up here, 50/100ths, okay? And that means 50 is bigger than 45, right? So in the end, that means we're going to go this way, okay? All right, let's go ahead and flip to this side. So this number is 0 and 32/100ths. This one is 0 and 3/10ths. The way that I like to do it is just to think about that this is 30/100ths. It's just like making common denominators with fractions, right? I know that 30 is smaller than 32. So if you put that 0 there, now you know how they compare. You could even like cover it to see. And you know that 32 is bigger than 30, okay? Let's go down and then we'll come back up. This one, so we've got 27/100ths, right? This one is 7/10ths. Now, the place value, just like we learned at the beginning of the year, the place value to the left is always bigger. So this is 2/10ths and this is 7/10ths. So that means this one is bigger, but if you look at it like this, again, getting that common place, you know that 70 is bigger than, if you cover these, look, 70 is bigger than 27. So that means it's going to be less than, okay? And remember, our bigger space is pointing to our bigger number. Okay, 6/9 and 10/9. So this one is already 10/9. What did I just say? 6/10 and 9/10. So these are already the same. They're both tenths, and we would just know that 9 is bigger than 6. So we're going to do less than for that one. Okay, oh, be careful. So this one is 2/10 and this one is 2/10. So that means they are equal, okay? All right, 4/10 and then 40/100ths. Now, same thing. These are not, they might look different, but we can always add a 0 if we look at it, and they are the same. So those are also equal because 4/10 is 40/100ths. Just like I said before, like 4 dimes is 40 pennies, right? So those are the same. All right, for this one, we have 0 and 64/100ths. We have 0 and 6/10ths. So I'm going to add the 0 because it's always there. I know that 64 is bigger than 60, so I'm going to do greater than. Okay, and you can always pause the video. You can try them and then come back if math is really easy for you or you feel like you got this. That is a really good way to push yourself. Just make sure you come back and watch. Don't just like move on, okay, to make sure that you're correct. All right, this one. These are like the most common to trip students up. So this is 5/10ths. This is 5/100ths, okay? So you can add your 0 to make sure you have the same number of places. You can cover it. So this one is like 50 and this one is 5, okay? So you got to look really close. You can even write it again up here to see. And if you look at it that way, you would see that this one, the 50/100ths or the 5/10ths, is much bigger, okay? Basically, this is like 50 cents and this is like 5 cents. All right. This one, we've got 33/100ths and we've got 3/10ths. So again, you can just add your 0 here, or you can think about the money. So this is 33 cents. This is 30 cents or 3/10ths. So that means we're going to go with greater than, okay? And remember, we read it left to right. So we would say 33 hundredths is greater than 3 tenths because our original problem doesn't have that 0, okay? Let's go ahead and go up. We've got 58 hundredths, and then we've got 7 tenths. So we're gonna go with less than, okay? Because 58 is less than, and if you add the 0, just to double check it, this is 58 cents, this is like 70 cents, okay? All right, this one is 43 hundredths, and we've got 34. So again, when it's really close, we have to be careful. This is the same thing, just flipped, and that means that 43 is greater than 34 hundredths, excuse me, okay? All right, this one is 33 hundredths, this one is 92. We have the same amount of place value. If we take a look, 92 is bigger than 33. So we are gonna say less than because 33 hundredths is less than 92 hundredths. And then here our last one, we've got 82 here if you wanna add your 0, if that helps you. Again, this is like 82 pennies. Oh, it happened again. What are the odds? Okay, and then this one is like 80. This one is like 8 dimes, and this is 82 pennies, and so this one is just greater, so we're gonna go this way. So that is how you compare decimals. You think about money, and you make sure that you think about place value.